Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to reading for December 2022. We're just going to jump right in here, Cancer. And in your current general energies, you have this moth card and it says an ending on it. We are at the end of the year, so it doesn't really surprise me that there could be some sort of ending. I don't even think this has to be a bad ending. I think it just could be the end of the year and you're just wrapping things up. These cards are actually very positive as well. I'm also getting something here about a new job. So some of you definitely could be leaving a job. You know what's really interesting as well, Cancer, is I feel for some of you, sorry, I'm awake and for some reason I always forget to turn that off. But what's really interesting is I feel like some of you, it's like you don't necessarily want to leave the job that you could be leaving behind. But I feel like you're going to something much, much better. So there could be like a little bit of, that nostalgic energy going on. I think this happens a lot during the holidays as well. We can be maybe a little bit more sensitive or a little bit more nostalgic. So, obviously just be kind to yourself. But I do feel like there's some sort of ending. Can we get more details on this? You have this otter. It says peace. I don't think it's an ending to peace. I feel like you're moving towards peace with this card. And I also feel like you're ending kind of like there's an ending to your loneliness is what I'm getting here as well. You have this Three of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. So the Three of Cups is a card of your community, and it kind of represents, community celebration. Very good card. Can represent a reunion as well. So some of you, of course, the holidays could be spending more time with like family and friends and all that other stuff. But I do also feel that there could be love coming in for you for those of you that want it. And it seems very good, very different is what I'm getting here if you want love. It's like not what you are used to. And you have the King of Pentacles. This could be a person that's coming in for you. I feel like it's someone who's very safe, secure, comfortable. I feel like they're just very secure in life. They might not be like mind-blowingly wealthy, but they might just have a certain sense of security. Like they have a job, they have their bills paid. They probably are very responsible financially as well. And so definitely like a good, responsible person that could be coming in for you here. I do feel like it could be an earth sign for sure. You also have Aquarius here, Pisces, Earth in general, so it could be any sign, but I feel there's a lot of security here, so I like to see that. You also have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, of course, is building or leaving a legacy. I have a feeling that like everybody's going to get this card a lot between now and 2025, because with Uranus and Taurus, I feel that all of us are kind of very focused on building and leaving a legacy or creating something much, much more for us in life, whatever that means for you. So let's see. With the Three of Cups, you have the Justice card, more fairness as well. If you're attracting a relationship into your life, I feel like there's much more fairness coming in the situation. Justice is just equal give and take. I even feel like something like I feel like this person that you could be attracting is very neutral, but like it's popping into mind as like their emotions. It's kind of weird because I feel like you might argue with this person from time to time, but I feel like these are like healthy arguments. Like I feel like this person listens to your side. They actually listen to you. That doesn't mean they're not going to argue with you, but I feel like they actually listen to what you're saying. And, they take like a very neutral approach to things. I am also getting something here financially. If you're like waiting for news financially, I do feel like, not financially in a legal situation, but it could be involving finances, obviously. I feel like you're getting communication about that soon. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this person has their eye on you, and they could be taking their time, or it could be you. But, take it how it resonates. Someone has their eye on someone, but someone is being too cautious. So if it's you, maybe it's time to flirt or open up or do something. If it's them, I do feel like eventually they will take action. It's like they're waiting for something is what I get here. I'm just going to show you on the table. If we go over here, Queen of Swords, she has this like spyglass, and she's looking at her wish fulfillment, Nine of Cups right here. But look, another magnifying glass right here. It's like, what is this person waiting for? Or it could be you. It's like they're waiting for something to fall into place, or they see this person as their wish fulfillment. So I feel like someone's being too cautious here. And I don't know. We'll clarify. We'll clarify through and see what's going on. You have with the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Two of Pentacles. I think this is the answer right here. Someone is too busy. So it's either them or you that's very busy. You could be juggling a lot, working a lot, kind of working on projects or trying to get to a certain place. If this is the other person being too cautious, I feel like they're trying to kind of wrap some projects up. This could be like a business owner that you're attracting here, Cancer, because just strikes me as a very busy person, someone who could be, again, trying to wrap some end of year, end of year projects up or something like that. I'm getting. I do think it will balance out. Let's see. Next in the air, what are we doing? Oh yeah, what you need to hear right now. You have this new moon in Aquarius. It says open up to change. You have the Nine of Swords as well. Nine of Swords is like repeating the same thing over and over and over again. It is my round and round card, is the Nine of Swords. So I definitely feel like trying new things is where it's at. I talk about it all the time. You have the Nine of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Five of Cups. It's like, this to me, Five of Cups, disappointments, right? It's like you have something you're wishing for, but Nine of Swords is, kind of like having a nightmare, waking up and being stuck in a nightmare. So I feel that a never-ending story or, something that's been repeating over and over and over again, it needs to come to an end here, Cancer. And really, I feel that you're not getting anything out of a situation any longer anyway. So... And this could be anything. It could be your job. It could be a relationship. It could just be being single, right? It's like sometimes we are single and we don't really want to be single. And there are things we can do to change our situation. If we put ourselves out there, if we start dating, if we start talking to people, like all that other stuff, pretty much anything. If we socialize, then we will find love. So, I feel like some of you, this is about like changing your situation. I also feel like it's about letting go of the past here as well. Normally, the person on the Five of Cups is crying over the 3 cups that have spilled in front of them. Represents the fact that they've lost their taste for wine. They've lost their taste for something that they once enjoyed. But if they just turn around, they would see the 2 cups behind them, the bridge, the castle. So they get much more than 2 cups. The good news is, though, is that you do have the Queen of Swords. Like, Queen of Swords, she's, like, cautiously optimistic. She has her sword up, her hand out. She's, like, ready to receive. So I feel you are in this position of kind of receptive mode. I feel like you're ready to receive. I also am getting something about a transformation that you're going through here, Cancer. Like, you could be undergoing a transformation. And it's like, let's say you want love, but maybe you have not felt like you're healthy or something like that. Like, you could be changing your health, and that could be making you feel more confident, and maybe you're wanting to get out there now. You could also be changing your clothes. I do feel like some of you are changing something about yourself, like your appearance. That's what's undergoing the transformation. I feel like it leads to more confidence, and whenever that happens, we can get out there and attract love, obviously, if you're feeling more confident. This also has to do with work as well, but I have a weird story popping into my head in work. I feel for some of you in work or business, it's almost like you've broken a spell. That's the words that are popping into my head, but I don't think it's a spell. It kind of reminds me of school, the story that I have popping into my head. It's like math, like it takes me like, I don't know, I fell on my head when I was 10 years old. So I have to learn things like 20 times over and over and over and over and over again, right? Before I actually learn it. But it's like when I finally have that breakthrough where I've like finally actually gotten something to stick, it's like, I'm like, oh, that was really easy. So I kind of feel in work or business, some of you are having one of those moments where you're like, oh, that's really easy to do, like like a technique or, a tactic. And I feel it could be leading to like abundance, success, or you starting your own business or something. It leads to something else. With the Nine of Swords, you have sorry, I didn't want to do that. You have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a card of marriage. I feel like if you open up, then you could find marriage. The thing about the Four of Wands, though, is that you're like on this side of the Four of Wands. You want to be through the Four of Wands where it's like a portal. The people are celebrating on the other side. So it doesn't even have to be marriage. It doesn't even have to be love. It can just represent completion. The Four of Wands can represent wrapping up a project or kind of like going to the next level. And again, I feel like you could be having like kind of like breaking a spell here that brings you to the next level. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups. And this card popped out. I don't know if you saw those cards just pop out a minute ago, but Nine of Cups was one of those cards. And I feel this is about kind of bathing in an energy, as I always say. You have the Nine of Cups twice. You literally have the Queen of Swords looking at the Nine of Cups clarifying the Queen of Swords. So this is definitely your wish fulfillment, something that you're looking at or something that you would like to have in your life. It's probably like an idea right now in your head. It could also be, you could also, if it's a person, you could see the person. If it's a business, it's like maybe you see the type of business you want, but it's kind of just a dream right now. The Nine of Cups tells me you need to match energy. Nine of Cups is about, that says like, if this is a business, maybe there are certain things that type of person who owns that type of business does. start doing those things, even without the business. Then you're matching energy. You're going to attract it very quickly. Same thing with being single. It's like, why do you think people stay single? It's because they act single. So if you don't act single, if you do things that people who are in positive relationships do, if you develop those habits, then you're probably going to attract a relationship. With the Five of Cups, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is a card of success, and it's also a card of resourcefulness as well. And not only that, you have this. You have the King of Pentacles right here. I feel like you're definitely looking for your King or Queen of Pentacles, take it how it resonates. But, I feel like you're looking for a forever person if you want love. Obviously, if you don't want love, I feel like you're just looking for some sort of security in work or business. And here it is. But I feel like you need to let go of past disappointments. Next, we're actually going to look at, this is something new I'm trying, we're going to look at the signs you need to pay attention to this month for anything. And you have this chop wood card here. So I feel like you're kind of like putting a lot of work into things, but it's kind of interesting that the words that are popping into my head are self-cleaning. So I don't know, that might make sense to someone, but what I kind of feel like this is saying is that in work or business, there could be some opportunities for you where it's almost like it just makes more sense to you. I feel like there's a certain flow and it doesn't get messy. I also feel what's popping into my head is I feel for the most part, like in work or business, right, there are always going to be things that we have to do that we don't want to do. And what this is saying to me is that there's an opportunity that could be coming in for you. And I feel like one of the signs you need to pay attention to is that there's less of the stuff that you don't want to do. There's more of the stuff that you do want to do. So I would definitely focus on that. I feel like that's true in relationships as well. It's like we always, nobody's perfect, so we're not going to find a perfect person. But I feel, again, that maybe you have a choice between two people or two businesses or two jobs here, and there's just less of the bad stuff, more of the good stuff. I know that sounds obvious, but I don't know. Have you ever dated a bad boy, bad girl, bad person, right? Right? Exactly. So, we've all done it. So there you go. With the, in this row, you have the Five of Swords, Nine of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. I feel for some of you that you need to pay attention, like as far as people are concerned, and I'm not even talking about just love here. I'm talking about all the people that you're dealing with this month. I feel you really need to pay attention to I feel there could be people who are just super competitive coming in for you. Five of Swords is not the card of competition, but it can be the card of like a person who just wants to win. They don't really, they just want to win. That's it. They don't care, about feelings or your feelings or their feelings. All they care about is winning in situations. So I would definitely be careful of that type of person. This could also be in business as well, because I see for some of you that you could be getting a job offer or like multiple job offers, and maybe you're stuck between two. I feel like there's like one person where it's like they don't care if they're like out there clubbing baby seals, right? Like they'll do anything to make a buck. Then there's another person who's like much more honest and open and all that other good stuff. So I would pay attention to that. Because again, it's like the company, maybe you get a job offer from a company that does bad stuff, and it might be very lucrative, but really, is it? I'd say no, because, maybe you take a spiritual hit by going there or something. So I don't know, it's popping into my head. Next, you have the Nine of Cups. I feel like you need to pay attention to your energy. Like I was saying with the Nine of Cups in the first place about matching energy, but I'm also saying like getting something here about just your feelings about things in general this month. I feel like you will really notice the difference between kind of what is right and what is wrong for you based off of how fulfilled you feel, like even when you think about something. So if you're making any decisions at all, I think just a few minutes of meditation time, just thinking about each situation and really feeling it and how you feel, that will like provide you with all the answers you need. You also have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups also kind of says one of the signs or symbols that you need to pay attention to this month is your own feelings. The Queen of Cups, all she cares about is her feelings and how she feels about pretty much anything. So that is like the main, it's like kind of funny because everybody else had like multiple things to pay attention to. You just have like a couple of things here so far. We're going to clarify it right now. But again, I really feel your feelings are the most important. With the Five of Swords, you have the Five of Wands. How crazy is that? That I was talking about the competition. Exactly what I said. No need to repeat myself. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Ace of Wands. Again, I would pay attention to your feelings. Ace of Wands is a card of desire and excitement and enthusiasm. Ace of Wands, I frequently say, is just like that thing that kind of gets us out of bed in the morning, that thing that motivates us to action. So, if you have any ideas, plans, businesses, things that you're working on that motivate you, that get you moving, that get you excited. That's all I would be focusing on here with the Ace of Wands. Plain and simple. Definitely a very passionate new beginning coming in for you as well. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Five of Cups. I also feel like you need to pay attention to the past, like as in, if there was no fulfillment in something, it's like, I get this energy of touching a hot stove. It's like, do you really need to find out that the stove is hot again? The red light is on here, Cancer. This has to do with someone out there. So, if you have a past person coming back, this could also be a past situation. It's like you've already touched the hot stove. You already know it's hot. And, kind of what I'm getting here is like, do you need to do it again? I would say no. Next, we're going to look at the unexpected. You have this gift card. I do feel there could be gifts coming in for you, but this is like really what's popping into my head is the gift of foresight. And you have the star here. It's almost as if you're kind of catching glimpses of the future, but I feel like you're seeing the big picture. You're understanding the puzzle, right? And I really feel that, look at this. You have the star on the bottom of the clarification deck as well. But you have the star, the Page of Wands, and the High Priestess. Again, I do get here that someone is very passionate about you. They have their eye on you here. Could be a fire sign as well, but it could be any sign. I think the fire is just saying that they're very passionate, but they definitely need to make a move. I do feel like they will make a move. Is it going to be this month? I'm not so sure. For some of you, of course, maybe, but I kind of feel this person has some things to complete before they move towards you. But with the star, I feel like you're seeing the big picture of something. It's like the puzzle makes sense now. So let's say you're working on a project or a business. I feel like everything is coming together this month. It's like you're finally seeing everything from like I'm getting like a bird's eye view. That's not even necessarily what this card means, but that's kind of what's popping into my head here. And I feel you're kind of understanding like the next step that you need to take. So you're finally getting some answers on how to kind of move forward here. Very good. You also have the Page of Wands. Again, Page of Wands is a card of enthusiasm. So I feel like moving towards, enthusiasm, excitement, fulfillment, the things that make you happy. That's kind of like where it's at for you here, Cancer. You also have the High Priestess. The High Priestess says, trust your intuition. I do feel that some of you could definitely have a Pisces coming into your life. If you already are interested in a Pisces, or if they're interested in you, obviously you wouldn't know, but what I would say here is I feel there's definitely interest here on both sides. A little bit mysterious. So again, you might be interested in a person who's mysterious. Sometimes I think that some Pisces are, I feel like it's kind of weird. Because, some I think are totally mysterious on purpose. Others I feel like are just totally clueless, right? So, and, that's coming from a Pisces. So, there you go, Cancer. But I kind of feel like this person's like a little bit clueless. I feel like they don't understand. Like, you might be looking at this person being like, wow, this person's so ridiculously attractive. Like all Pisces are, obviously, right? And, but maybe they are just totally clueless to something. I don't know. I get a very clueless energy off of this person, not in a bad way. I think you might find it quite charming here, Cancer. But I definitely get that. I also get something about mysteries about a move here as well. Like if you're wanting to move or travel, some of you might be like, how the hell am I going to do this, right? And actually, I feel like if you just take the first steps, you are going to figure out how to move. Like maybe you can't afford it or something. I feel like maybe if you just start kind of looking for places and getting the ball rolling, it's like things are going to fall into place. I always tell a story. My brother and I, we came out to Seattle like 4 years ago, and we actually moved away from Seattle, but that's another story. But what I would say is when we first moved to Seattle, we literally came out here. We were just coming out here just for a vacation, and my brother literally got a job while we were out here. It's like it just fell into place, right? And that's what I mean by just taking the steps is like for someone needs to hear this. I feel like for someone out there, it's like you just need to take the steps and get the ball rolling. With the Star card, you have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a good card of balance. It's also a card of planting seeds. With the Star card, it won't even focus. There you go. With the Star card, I would just start planting seeds towards something that you want to see grow. Take those tiny little steps. Everybody gets this in their reading. Someone is like, you always repeat yourself. I'm like, well, first off, clean out your ears, because I say plenty of different stuff in every single reading. But what I would say is that at the same time, it's like it is the dominant energy. I preach this for a reason, and I repeat myself for a reason, because it's like we really need to do this, because I also see all the energy that makes us think we can't do something. So this is why I keep beating people over the head with this. Trust me, I need to beat myself over the head with this. Trust me. It's like, it's not just you, it's me. So what I would say here is I feel like we need to be planting seeds. We need to be taking the smallest step we possibly can to a much bigger goal, the star. And everybody gets the same exact thing. Again, I really, really believe it's because we're entering into very heavy time of Aquarius. We have Pluto will officially enter into Aquarius in 2024. But it's going to move into Aquarius next year. It's going to just briefly, then it's going to retrograde back out to Capricorn. So it really starts next year. And Aquarius is all about attention. And it's all about being your own little star. And I really feel we need to inspire people to do things right now. With the Page of Wands, you have the Magician. I feel like you're manifesting quite a bit at this time. I kind of feel like if you can see it, you can have it, plain and simple. With that energy, if you can imagine something, I feel it's possible for you. Literally, that's how powerful you are right now. With the High Priestess, you have the Ten of Swords. See, I feel like someone's getting over something here, Cancer. If you're dealing with a Pisces, probably, they could be healing from a disappointment as well. You both could be healing from disappointment, so it might just need a little bit more time, is what I'm getting here. By the way, the Ten of Swords is like a challenging card, but it can also just represent a move. So, there you go. We're going to pull 5 main themes now here, Cancer, and we're going to see what is going on for you. You have this Barrel card. It says, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Again, I would look at the areas of your life where you feel like they're lacking, and I would start feeling as if you have those things. 9 of Cups twice. I'm telling you right now, 9 of Cups is very easy energy to work with. And again, there are multiple ways you can do this. You can meditate. You can just start feeling it, right, throughout the day. I always say that I'm a stinking thinker, right? I believe it or not, I think negatively. So what do? Whenever I have a negative thought, I correct it in my head. I say cancel whatever the thought was, and then I start thinking about how I want things to actually go. And, whether you believe it or not, it's free, right? I always tell people, it's like, I don't even know if I believe in law of attraction, right? Personally, although I've seen it work in my own life, I'm convinced. But, at the same time, it's like, is it really magic? I don't think it's like magic, right? But I do think there is something to it. So whether it's true or not, it's free. It's free to correct your thoughts. It's free to think more positively. Next, you have this Ring card. It says a marriage will take place, either romantic or in business. There you go. So definitely could be attracting a person. Maybe you won't be marrying them right now, but I feel you could be attracting a person you will marry in the future. I also see something coming full circle. It's like things are adding up. I was kind of getting there in this reading, but I wasn't getting that full message. I think I was talking about this on the star, where it's like you're putting the puzzle pieces together. I feel like that Ring card is saying like the ring is closing. It's like things are, coming full circle or something. Next, you have this Bad card. It says something important, such as a new job or a raise. We talked, the entire reading was about a new job, basically, so there you go. You have this Cup card. It says you should accept valid criticism. I don't really see criticism here. I would be careful of criticism, actually, because of Mars retrograde. You do have the 5 of Cups, though, so there could be some sort of disappointment. But again, I would accept the criticism and move past it. You have this Egg card. It says success assured with good plans and hard work. So definitely some success coming in for you as well. I'm also going to pull 6 Oracle cards here as like a personalish reading at the end. So we're making these, big readings, right? You have this card that says you're a lot tougher than you think you are. Didn't I say this? I said you're much more powerful than you think you are over here. So I feel like you're manifesting things very quickly. You have this, life isn't a sprint, it's a long race, and you're not in it just to win, although I feel like you are doing a lot of winning. This is very Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus wants us to accomplish things slowly, but the reason is so that we can have them forever. 10 of Pentacles in your reading. You have this card that says you're going to make mistakes, and it's okay. Sometimes you learn by messing up. I definitely encourage mistakes right now. I mean, I talk about it all the time, so definitely a good time to make mistakes. Next, we're going to look at these money cards here. You have this Entertainer. It says your charm and influence will help you get ahead. Also, some of you could be working in social media, I'm getting, and I feel there could be a lot of success there for you. But again, even if in all areas of your life, I feel like this is saying, use your charm this month because you could be very charming. You have this planner. It says take financial inventory and see what needs to change. I definitely feel it's a good time to keep an eye on your finances, of course. I keep telling people, I'd be careful of your finances right now. I wouldn't go crazy. I don't think we should be paranoid. I just think we should just don't go crazy spending, right? It says it's crucial that you make a plan to make sure your every day counts. So I would make sure that you're, again, paying attention. Next, you have this health card. It says it's time to improve your financial health habits. So again, I wouldn't go crazy spending. It says replenish your energy and fully energize to prepare for what's next. I feel it would be a great time to pick up any side hustles, side jobs, side businesses. I feel like you could, even if you just take the money, invest it or something like that. I feel like it'll just be very, very helpful for you. So this looks amazing. Thank you for being here, Cancer. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.